So I tried to tell y'all about Manscaped a while ago, but you didn't listen. This stopped being about nuts a long time ago. Manscaped is for your overall grooming experience, for your overall hygiene experience. Now we have the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. You can look all up in this little box right here that Manscaped provided for me, and you be like, well, Voch, if this is supposed to be a top tier beard trimmer, where's all the guards, Voch? How do I adjust the length for my beard? Let me tell you something, man. Manscaped is pushing the envelope. They have an internal beard length adjustment trimmer. This has 20 different notches on it for 20 different lengths. And just look, come on, bro. That's 20 different notches. So whether you got a beard like me or a beard like Law Nation, we got something for you. Easy to clean. You pop this thing right off, clean it up, pop it right back on. And it is waterproof anyway, so it shouldn't be getting super duper dirty anyway. Inside of this kit, man, we have beard conditioner, beard balm. We have a beard shampoo and a beard oil. One day my beard's gonna get thick enough to use some beard oil, but you get a free gift that comes with this package. You get a beard brush, a beard comb, and beard scissors. So when you do have that big, thick, long beard, you just want to make those small adjustments, right? Manscaped sends you some beard scissors on the house. You can't beat this deal with a stick. So listen, man, go get you one of these, man. Use promo code VOCH20 for 20% off and free shipping, and they ship internationally. Listen, man, it's normally your balls will thank you, but we got beard trimmers, so now your beard will thank you, your face will thank you. We're gonna stick with beard. Your beard will thank you.
Come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
And we back with another film session, the first one of the year. Deuce Vaughn, running back, his preseason debut as a Dallas Cowboy. You know, there was a lot of conversation going into this thing, just about what the running back situation was going to look like. Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people was on this Malik Davis thing because we actually seen him get reps in the game. Rico Dowdle was a guy the Cowboys love. He was on the depth chart as running back too, and Hunter Lipke was a versatile dude, and we were really excited about him. And I think we looked at Deuce Vaughn and said, hey, let's see if we can work him into some packages. Let's see if we can figure out what to do with Deuce Vaughn. There's a lot of people that kind of just painted him as just this gadgety trick play type dude. Deuce Vaughn is RB2. To me. Deuce Vaughn is RB2, and bringing it back and watching the film and really seeing some of the real life running back traits that he has. I mean, hey, this shows me that he's more of a running back too than just some trick gadget play type guy. I think he clearly separated himself from these other running backs that were on the field this weekend. Before we get started, right, this is the short version of this film session. If you want the long version, go to patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. We're going to watch the full offense and the full defense over on Patreon. This is just a short version of that. Appreciate you. Now, Deuce Vaughn is the running back. And just in case y'all want to keep up with the rookies that are on the field or just some of the young guys that y'all may find interesting, there's Princeton Fant at fullback. There's John Stevens at tight end. We're going to talk about him a bunch. And Luke Schoonmaker as the backside tight end. We're going to have a long conversation about these guys one day. But today we're talking about Deuce Vaughn. And let's just talk about some of the running back traits that Deuce Vaughn showed us in this play. We saw not just him being speedy, quick, bursty. Like, we saw Deuce Vaughn have patience, and we saw Deuce Vaughn knowing when to accelerate, right? We're going to get some pulls here. We're going to get Princeton Fant's going to be lead blocking. We're going to get TJ Bass into open space there. Just a short pin and pull type situation. And Deuce Vaughn is going to get the football. And just look at him patiently, right? He's going to patiently work himself upfield. And he sees this little sliver right here. 1, 2, 3, boom. This little space right here between Princeton Fant 48 and TJ Bass 66. And look, it's only a little sliver, but it's cool because Deuce Vaughn is little. He's a little running back, right? But he's going to get that little bit of room right there, and he's going to burst, right? And you can tell that he bursted because as soon as somebody hit him, he exploded, but he got right back up. Here's another trait that's super important, right? Deuce Vaughn's going to be the running back here. Just taking a look at him. Hey, making the first guy miss is super important. As a running back, or just as any ball carrier, right? We start off as 11 versus 11. Right, we're gonna block as many dudes as we possibly can, and there's bound to be 1 or 2 guys left over, right? Because the quarterback's gonna be a guy that's not gonna be blocking anybody. So we're technically mismatched, right? It's always gonna be more defenders than there are, runners or ball carriers, receivers, or whatever, right? So just one trait that we just find so important, and trust me, write this down. This will be on the test. One trait that we find so important is you have to be able to make at least one dude miss, just to kind of even the odds a little bit. And Deuce Vaughn is so shifty. He's so light-footed. He can just, at the drop of a dime, plant his foot in the ground and just change directions and just make a dude miss. That is so valuable. Let's see, who did he make miss? 40? Where did 40 come from? 40 just running free, right? So just imagine 40's running free. You make 40 miss. Now we can start to count guys, right? And okay, cool. 40 ran free, but these other guys should be accounted for. These other guys should be blocked by somebody. So just having that trait as a running back, especially being a little bitty running back like Deuce, being able to make dudes miss is gonna, really even the odds, offense versus defense. But we're gonna keep this thing rolling. And this is the biggest run of the game. This is the one that had everybody throwing their stuff all over the place and screaming. Let's just war call Deuce Vaughn one time. Just war call Deuce Vaughn one time. Hey, man, let me tell you something. If you Malik Davis, you get 4 carries and you only get 3 yards and you see Deuce Vaughn doing this, hey, man, you going to have to come in the next game doing something special. But Deuce Vaughn made this play by doing some of the things that we've talked about previously, right? Let's just take this thing slow. Deuce Vaughn is going to press the front side. He's going to be patient. See how patient he is? He's not just bursting. He's just slowly letting those blocks figure themselves out. Boom, boom, boom. And you can see all of the defenders, right? Especially these linebackers here. You can see these linebackers like playing towards Deuce's leverage. He's working 1, 2, 3. He's kind of lingering around 72. He's kind of letting 86 set up his block. Great block from Luke, by the way. He's letting 86 set up his block, and once the block is set up, there's the hole. Once you see the hole, now Deuce is going to burst, and you got to make a dude miss, which is shiftiness, right? And I think that's another thing that's gonna make Deuce like super valuable here. Like Deuce is a dude that's gonna keep his feet moving, right? He's not like a power runner, run you over type of guy, but he's I'm moving so fast in one direction and I'm gonna keep my feet moving just by way of me being small and fast. I'm gonna get up on you faster than you think I am, and it's gonna be harder to tackle me because Deuce is winning all leverage battle. That's the first thing they teach you in football school. Low man wins, and Deuce is always the low. He's always the low man, and that's how he's probably going to get a bunch of power from his runs, not because of power, but because of leverage. I just want to rewind back to this play. This was the third play of the first drive. We're just going to watch. We ain't got to rewind it too much. But it was a play action, and Deuce Vaughn's going to, run out into the open space to try to be a good receiver for Will Grier. And look, Will Grier earned every single interception that he threw, right? But Will Grier throwing off his back foot, doing the Mahomes type stuff and not really leaning into his mechanics. He throws a lot of floaters. He throws a lot of passes that are too high, too far in front, too low behind receivers and things like that. He kind of overthrew Deuce a couple of times, and I will say that that's one downside to Deuce. Deuce is 5'5", but hey, if you Will Grier, you just can't be floating the ball that high for Deuce Vaughn, knowing good and well that Deuce Vaughn is a little bitty. But let me tell you something, man. When we got to this point, where we at? Let me get my timestamp. Hold on, 44:26. When we got to this point, and there was time for another pass to be thrown, Deuce Vaughn down bottom. He's going to be running this Texas route or this arrow route out of the backfield, just a little out, then back inside. Boy, we're going to have to be throwing front shoulder fades in the red zone. Hey, Deuce Vaughn is up here catching front shoulder fades from Will Grier on the daggone 5-yard line. But dog, that's the sign of a playmaker. That's the sign of a playmaker. We got to overcome a little bit of nonsense going on at the quarterback position, but boy, does he do it. And Deuce Vaughn makes it look good. And if you guys tuned into my Deuce Vaughn film session of him coming out of college, we talked about how good of a receiver Deuce Vaughn is. Take a look at him outside, this number 50 right here. Number 50 is going to actually run out there with him, and Deuce Vaughn's going to give him a little stutter step, boom, 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 and he has all kind of space inside to work with. Deuce is going to be dangerous in the passing game. I ain't even got nothing to break down right here. I just want to show you 3 different angles of Deuce Vaughn scoring this touchdown while I tell y'all what the depth chart movement is going to be looking like. And of course, we'll be talking about this all week on the volume, so please be tuned in. Appreciate y'all. But hey, man, Deuce Vaughn showed out. Deuce Vaughn has showed y'all that hey, Tony's here, and we understand Tony is RB1. But in this fight for RB2, my goodness, it's a close one. It is a close one, and I don't think of Deuce Vaughn as like a package type guy. I think of Turpin as a package type guy, right? I think Deuce Vaughn is a dude to where if you just give him the football, he's just gonna hold his own weight as running back too. Like if you just give Deuce a series and just let him fly, I think Deuce Vaughn will be just fine just giving a whole series and just letting him fly. You know what I'm saying? We're going to pause right there, watch them celebrate with Hoffman. Hey, Deuce impressed. But what we have to do preseason now is I'm sure Deuce has earned himself like another look. And look, I'm sure we all knew Deuce was going to be just fine here. But now in the preseason, hey, Deuce was against the second team guys. Let's see what Deuce looks like earlier, right? So let's work Deuce into the Jalen Tolbert Cooper Rush unit just to kind of see what that looks like, right? Early in the first half, it was Davis and Dowdle kind of rotating. Now I think it's only fair that we rotate Dowdle and Vaughn, and Davis is going to have to rotate with Lipke, and Davis is going to have to fight to get his spot back because, boy, Deuce Vaughn was not playing with nobody today. I need Jordan Lewis to be a real teammate and go ahead and give up the number 2 because Deuce just works in this situation. All right? Appreciate y'all, man. Don't forget that we are watching all the film in Patreon. Patreon.com/Voch Lombardi is where we're going to watch the whole film session, the entire offense and the entire defense this week. So y'all be sure to tune into that. Patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. And shouts out to Manscaped, man. Besides that, y'all hold down for the Dose, Whiskey, I'll see y'all on the volume, man. Salute.